Well, if you ever needed proof those missing pet posters work, here it is. 7 weeks ago, a Maltese pup named Einstein ran away from his owners while on holiday and was lost in dense South Australian scrubland.
But in a miraculous turn of events, 12-year-old Einstein is this morning recovering after being rescued by a family who recognised him from a poster.
Aww.
Joining us now are Einstein's owners, Jeff and Sue Johns, alongside vet Mark Reeve and vet nurse Billy Small. Good to see you all this morning. Jeff, you must be over the moon. Your little guy was found alive and well.
Yes, well, the dog actually chooses who its owner is, who its master or mistress is, and very, very quickly when we got him, Einstein made up his mind that Sue was his owner, master, whatever, or mistress, and he's male sort of thing, so I could understand that. That's a smart move, very quickly.
Sue, with a name like Einstein, you'd have thought maybe he could have kept out of trouble, right? But what have those 7 weeks been like for you? I mean, you obviously adore this little thing.
Been hell on earth, to be honest. It was he was ripped away from us, and it was 7 weeks of hard yard, and we're still coming to terms with his return, but we're getting there.
You must have thought the worst, huh? I mean, 49 days is a long time. Tell us about that.
Well, it's snake season, of course, coming to South Australia, and we were starting to think that, perhaps he'd been taken by a snake or something had happened to him, when we certainly didn't have any sightings of him for nearly 3 weeks, and it was disheartening.
So when that call came through, Sue, what was that moment like?
Oh, well, I burst into tears, naturally. And Jeff was very cool, calm and collected, but excited. I think he was shaking within that, wow, he's been returned, he's been found. Yeah, we were both pretty excited. Didn't sleep terribly well that night, but I know he did.
Well, I know. Well, Jeff's already got he's the luckiest guy in the world having you as a partner.
Yes.
So I mean, for him, it's like.
Thank you,
Mark. You've taken care of Einstein. What kind of condition was he in when he first arrived at the clinic?
Oh, Einstein was exhausted. So he's lost about 4 kilos of weight, and he really had just run out of puff completely. I think that's the only reason anyone was actually able to find him up there and then catch him, is because he'd just reached a point where he'd run out of energy completely. We've had some really horrible storms, and yeah, like Jeff was saying, some hot weather, so we were worried about snakes. So he's been able to find water, but I just don't think he's had any access to food for that whole time. He's just skin and bone at the moment, the poor man.
Well, the pure exhaustion as well for the little pup. How did he survive for so long out there?
Well, look, I think he's just burnt through all of his body reserves. Luckily, like I said, he used to be about 9 kilos, so he had a bit in reserve, but he's got nothing now. And so the first day he was in hospital, he was just being carried everywhere. He wasn't even able to take himself out to the toilet. Today and yesterday, he's just started being able to walk himself out. So we're seeing slow improvements. He's put on a few 100 grams, but we've got to be really careful. We're refeeding him slowly so we don't put too much of a toll on his body. So it's still a bit of hard yards for the boy.
All right. So, Sue, obviously there's a gap between you physically at the moment on the Goldie. So how are you going to be reunited?
Well, as soon as the vet gives the okay that we can collect him, we will drive to Adelaide to pick him up, and then visit a few people and thank a lot of people who have helped in the rescuing or looking for him, and then we'll drive home and continue our lives, hopefully, for a few more years with him in our lives.
Beautiful.
I just want to add a couple of points here. Right on the Friday after he went missing, I was ringing around all the veterinary clinics and so forth to pass on information. And as a result of that, one of the calls I made, it was Billy that answered the phone. She got involved, and I didn't have a Facebook account then. She set that all up for me. She's been absolutely bloody brilliant, but Mark doesn't get off the hook either. You see, as an ex-South Australian, I've got friends in various places. I know that his parents used to live in Houghton, and I know that his father,
wow.
besides being a vet, was also a very, very active volunteer with the Paracombe Country
That's
Fire
great
Service.
detail.
And
Mate, we've got to
I
run.
could not think of a better place for him to
I'm
be.
sorry, my man. We do have to run. I could listen to you all day talk about the connections.
Small world, isn't it, Carl?
I feel
No,
like
he couldn't be in a better
I feel
place.
like Sue's used to
There
it. We do have to run. It's a lovely outcome. Well
are
done,
no
Billy.
fears.
Thank you so much
Thank
for that.
you.
All right.
Beautiful story. Happy.
Continue that chat afterwards.
Yeah, yes, good idea.